July of 2022. Happy 4th, everybody. Make it full. You know what time it is now? I'll tell you what time it is. It is boom time. Ready to do it? Whatever it is we do here. Yeah. We are here and we are live. This is the 4th of July of 2022, and we are ready for the festivities. Where are the happy frogs? Happy 4th, you guys want to celebrate? Woo! Let's do it. This is how we celebrate with my frogs over here. It's gonna be a happy nightmare days for the Chihuahuas today over here at home. They all hate fireworks, but two of them hated more of the rest. My little old dog, hopefully he survived this 4th of July because I know the neighbors across the street, they're throwing big booms over there on and off in these past few days. Gonna go crazy today. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here on this, your boom, MoonDay festivities, 4th of July, live in the Discord server daily. Boom! If you are watching this live or recorded, please hit the thumbs up on this video. That is the least that I can ask you for. It's free, it's easy, it's convenient. Hit the like button. And if you are wealthy enough and you like to support content creators, well, you can support me and give me some money via PayPal or Super Chat. The PayPal link is pinned in the YouTube chat box and it's also in the description box. There's a Super Chat feature rolling underneath the chat box. So find the dollar sign, click it, and give me money. It is a happy day. It is fresh. It is cool because it's earlier. That's why I decided to do the show. So in a few hours, it's gonna get hot as hell. And we are in the daily boom, the Discord server. Click and join and talk to us. We gonna give a big welcome to my mom bakes cakes. Hell yeah! Let's make Jose great again. She said. He said. Fred Bailey. Responsible trolling, though, right? That's okay? Okay. Devil's Advocate, what's up? Among all the glob heads here, I am one. Indeed, I am. Farmer's Boy! The weather is settled down right now today. Haven't rained, haven't gone crazy. It's actually pretty sunny. I don't see any big clouds. But yesterday and the day before, it was on and off raining all day. Martin with a big boom. Zeb Tepi says, boom, what up? Frog win! Festive frogs! Yay! Wee! Oui, oui. Festive frogs. Yeah. Merci, mademoiselle, beaucoup. What are you talking about, huh? What are you talking about? I'm trying to do a show here. I'm doing a show here. Hey, you became Italian now? Oui, oui. Thank you. Smart frog. Stevie V, gonna need a bigger cattle. Shout out to you, big Congratulations to Devil's Advocate because it is the first Independence Day as a homeowner. Big congratulations to Devil's Advocate. I'm happy for you, and I'm really, really happy. When one has something that belongs to you, feels good. Excellent. I'm gonna smoke a cheap cigar to celebrate with you, and I'm gonna have a sip of my devil's juice over here. Okay. This is energy drink accompanied with ice. So it's energy drink on the rock. Where is the where is the ice come from? Well, the ice comes from my neighbors. My neighbors to the depends how you oriented in the house. The neighbors to my right, they are Arby's. Have you guys heard of Arby's? Arbys. You see with the I. Uh, they have a soda machine in there in the front, and I being their neighbors, they see me every other day going with my blue container, and they're gonna go like, "Cheers, hey, what's up? Go grab your ice." And I go directly to the machine. I go on the door, click, 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 click. Collect my ice. Thank you for the free fine ice that those guys have over there. I don't buy a lot of stuff. Every once in a while, I eat burgers and fries. But the beauty about those burgers and fries that I eat is they are free. Because I go over there, I go like I'm getting my free ice, but you guys aren't hooking me up with anything over here for free. What you want? Give me some fries, give me a burger, whatever you want. Which one you want? I want that one right there. Okay, I got you. And they just go in the bag and make it for me. Which fries you want? The curly or crinkles? So give me whatever. Uh, so at least once a week, I get me a free burger and fries of Arby's. And every other day, I go grab ice in my blue container. Just get they're good peeps over there. It's a bunch of young kids and some older, but they all know me like that weird neighbor that come in to get free ice. So don't bother him. They bother me. I don't bother them. They bother me. Shout out to Farmer's Boy. Farmer's Boy. If Britain celebrated the 4th of July, what position would have Donald Trump had when he was a president?
Hey, what?
If Britain celebrated 4th of July,
Yes.
what position in the government would Donald Trump had a few years ago when he was a president?
Washer upper in the kitchens. Sweeper of the broom. It's about all we could trust him with.
Do you think if he was exactly the same Trump that we had here, if he would have run for whatever high position over there, would he be entertained for election?
No. You must be joking. The man's an idiot. He's a bit. He's more of an idiot than the idiots we've got over here. We've got our own, thank you. We don't need any more.
Oh man, shut up. What's up,
Yes.
man?
Yes. Happy. It's okay. We didn't want it anyway. Day.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
yours. You can have it.
Yeah. Well, the 4th of July that I do here, it is my neighbors across, and I know most of these neighbors they're gonna be throwing like fireworks, like
Oh
that.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
gonna get loud. It's gonna get loud tonight.
So
Probably
that's why you've.
smoky. Depends on the wind, orientation. I'm probably gonna get smoky over here, so I'll probably be inside.
So that's why you went a bit earlier today, then, because obviously
Yes.
you know what's coming, and I suppose that you might just be celebrating a little bit later on as well.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a walk around the neighborhood later on to see what the possibility might show up. What could happen.
Yes, because I suppose a lot of them are going to be drinking, and you don't drink, and it's that sort of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
Booze and fireworks.
I don't drink because I don't buy my booze. But if I get invited or offer a drink, I will drink it.
Ah,
That's the key.
it's like that, is it? Okay, I won't say anymore. Yeah, fair enough.
So I'll be doing my cruise around later on at two different times, like earlier 8 ish p 7 8 p.m. Do my first walk around, and saying hi, happy for everybody, and then go back and do my second walk around like 11 ish p.m. That's
Yeah.
a great time to do the walk around. People are, like earlier 7 8 p.m. People is gonna be like, oh, all bubbly and happy because they already started it, get
Yes.
kicking it off. But then 11 midnight, they're gonna be all crazy. So it's gonna be a good walk around.
Once they've drunk enough beer and the alcohol's really kicked in, yeah.
That's it. That's it. Right. That's right. But that's a 50% chance that I do that. The other 50% chance is that I just stay here. I don't go
Yeah.
anywhere, and I just wait for people to roll over and talk to them as they come by.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything is good. It's starting to warm up a little bit. It's 11 a.m. over here on a very sunny day. I'm happy for those people that go to the beach and do the grilling and all the stuff. Outside festivity for real for the 4th of July. Not me, but I'm happy that it decided to rain the past 2 days and not today quite yet.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. We got away with it at the weekend. The rain managed to hold off yesterday, so and it's not too bad at the moment. I mean, it's warm enough over here that if you wanted, you could have a barbecue. Warm enough for us, anyway. You'd still think it was cold, but it's a nice day for us.
True that, yeah. Uh, Fred Bailey is talking about biscuits over there. What you want?
That's
Oh,
because you'd gone live, and I thought, I need to go and make a cup of tea. That's why I said put the kettle on. Can't do this without a cup of tea.
that's one word that we don't use. I mean, by we is Puerto Ricans that learn to speak English. Kettle is not a word that we use in the daily basis or translate it or think about. If we want to talk, I don't know, if we want to translate whatever that word is synonymous of, is not the one word I learned ever.
It is apparently not a very common thing over there in the States. I mean, just about every household over here will have an electric kettle. Whereas it would seem, from what I've seen, people have said, videos and the rest of it, the Americans don't. If you want to heat some water up, you'll light the gas stove, the gas cooker, and put a kettle on there. Whereas we don't bother. We have electric kettles, so you just fill it with water, hit the switch, and there you go, hot water, cup of tea.
I'm still confused. Kettle. What will be the American word for that? Is it kettle? Kettle? Is that the term?
I think so. I think you call it the same thing. Just that over here we have electric kettles, whereas over there, if your kettles generally go on the cooker, on the stove, especially if it's a gas fired stove or what have you.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
It's for heating.
Yeah.
It's for heating water up.
Yeah, to make tea or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Whereas over here in the UK, like I said, you'll find just about every house will have an electric kettle in it.
Because and over here
we are a nation of tea drinkers.
As far as I know, maybe 1 out of 10 houses might have it. Maybe less amount because it's with this is not a bunch of a tea drinking place.
No, I think a lot of places over there you'll have coffee machines instead because
9 out of 10
coffee, don't you?
9 out of 10 you'll have a coffee machine, a coffee maker machine.
Yeah, they are getting more popular over here. In the last, I don't know, 10 or 15 years maybe, coffee machines and these weird little foil things that you put in and make a cup of tea. But yeah, historically, we've always had a kettle, an electric kettle.
Yeah, but hot tap, the hot water in the tap, just hot. But in a cup, and maybe just microwave it an extra minute. Microwave a cup of water for those little bags of tea or something.
Traditionally, the water that comes out your tap isn't hot enough to make a cup of tea. Also, it's not generally considered drinkable. But what you
Right.
can now have, and certainly what we have over here now, is we do have special taps that will give you hot water, cold water, and they will also boil the water the same way as a kettle does. So you can have taps over here that will give you water as hot as it comes out of a kettle. But they're not a standard thing, and they do cost a fair bit of money, I think.
Nice,
And
nice.
tend to see them fitted in office canteens and kitchens and things. So instead of having a water heater or something on the wall, you have a tap that acts as a kettle and provides you hot water to make a cuppa.
Now, if you put like, let's say, a can of soda or whatever, right? If I cut the top, I fill it up with water, and I leave it outside in the sun over here for 20 minutes. There you go. That's that's your hot water right there.
That's going to be lukewarm at best. That's going to be disgusting. You won't be able to make a brew out of it, and it'll be too hot to drink just as water because it'll.
I
Oh,
mean,
no.
there's some days in Florida that's really hot. I know, it's not enough.
No.
Shout out to Bugoff. What's up, man? Do you have a kettle, Bugoff?
Of course he does.
Yes, that means yes. When he doesn't, he says yes because you're correct.
Of course I have a kettle. I'm a pot daddy.
He's a what?
Whatever you say. Whatever you just say, man.
Can you hear me now?
Just
Right
about.
now.
Hello.
Oh God, no.
Okay, I got you.
I didn't get any of that.
That's one of the worst attempting to speak experiences we ever had, right?
That was worse than poor old Earth's life. Bless him. He's usually pretty bad, but that was abysmal.
Stevie V say that his niece has one for hot drinks.
Oh, the hot taps. Yeah. They're getting a bit more common over here now.
Let me look for something that I got something a few weeks ago. I'm gonna show you that item, and you tell me if that's what I think it. I'll be back.
Okay. What's up, Bogoff? Where are you?
I'm on my way to Brighton.
Oh, right.
I drive a lorry.
Right. Well, that was lovely and clear. What you were saying before was just non-existent.
Now, I was on the hands-free on the lorry. I've switched it to the phone.
Ah, right. Yes.
It works okay as a phone on the lorry, but for some reason on here it doesn't. Yeah, I'm on a bit of a late one really because I normally finish at 2:30.
Oh well, you must be into overtime status then, eh? Yeah.
Oh, overtime, yeah.
I have one item that there's a store over here, right? And it was in the clearance area for 50 cents. And I said, this looks really cool. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna buy it. It looked like something to make tea or heat water or something. And I bought it. And look, the item that I bought for 50 cents. What is this? Is this a kettle?
Yes, that is a kettle, and that's the
And look
sort.
how nice it is.
Yeah, you put your water in it, you put it on top of your stove, and presumably when it gets hot enough, it'll start to whistle.
It's nice. 50 cents, bro.
Hey, as long as it's clean inside.
It is 100%. It is from a brand new store. Yeah, brand new.
Well, there you go then.
And I like this mechanism. It's really strong. You got a little hole to do the whistle, right?
That's right. Yeah,
Nice.
when it gets hot enough, you'll get steam coming out the top and it'll whistle.
I'm just gonna use it for the whistle every once in a while, maybe. But it's cool. I like it. A kettle. See, guys, I have a kettle.
See, you have a kettle.
That's why you.
Well done.
I'm gonna
That's
put it
what I use when
inside.
I go fishing.
Oh, I'll be like,
I use one of those kettles when I go fishing.
Oh, we got the little got one of the little gas stoves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we used to have one of them. We used to do a lot of camping back in the day. And we had the full, all the kitchen equipment because, yeah, we could be on a campsite for maybe a week. Gas stoves and kettles and Christ knows what else.
I bought a bivvy last week.
Oh,
Yeah.
we had a 3 pod tent, bloody great big thing it was.
Mine's only a 2-man one, but it's just for fishing, so it's not like a camping tent.
Yeah, I've got one of those little 2-man pop-up things. All the poles are sort of built into it. You just take it out of the bag and give it a flick, and everything clicks into place, and you've got a 2-man tent that's got a porch and everything in it. You can put the thing up in 30 seconds. It takes longer than that to get it back down, though.
Yeah, mine takes a little bit longer, but it's a good tent. Well, we don't call them tents, we call them bivvy.
Yeah, bivouac.
Yeah,
sorry, I'm still attempting to adjust my hearing so I can figure out what Bogov is saying. I'm not understanding you today. Is that accent day today for me? That's something I just don't understand. Some people, I'm sorry, I'm not even trying.
Oh dear.
it's not helping because I'm on the road.
Yeah, you're right. That won't help.
I don't understand why certain actually people from America, United States citizens, United States born people, that English is their first language, and some people say like, I really can't understand what this person is saying with this accent from, you know, some people from England, even Australia or Irish or whatever. I say I understand them like almost perfectly.
Yeah, but come on. Born and bred in the UK, there are some accents over here that I struggle with.
Glasgow,
Yeah.
did you struggle trying to figure out Glasgow language thing?
Yes, some of the Scottish accents, when they're not trying to sound more English, proper Scottish accents can be incomprehensible. You just don't understand a word they're saying. Most Scots have 2 accents. They have their natural accent, and then they have what they call their posh one that sounds more English, so that we have half a chance of understanding what they're saying.
Google Rav C. Nesbitt.
No, he's all right. I can understand him.
All right. Big thank you and shout out for the first PP and hopefully not the last today. PayPal for 11.50 from Stevie B. Stevie B say enjoy the day. Stevie B, thank you very much, brother. I appreciate it very much, man, for your support. And I actually had a PayPal a few days ago from initials are CF. C and F as the grade in school for $7, 7.66. And the note was good point, good point. Like a question. Yes, great point. CF. Thank you so much for the 7.66. You asking me good point? Yes, it was excellent point. Couldn't agree more. Thank you so much for the pip, whoever you are.
And whatever that point was.
Whatever the point was, it's just excellent. I
Oh,
concur.
yeah, there's an
Yeah.
accent over here, and it's actually the city where Jem lives, Nottingham. One project I was based on, all the companies, all the people were from Nottingham, and for the first week or two, I couldn't understand a bloody word they said. I really couldn't. It just something about. I mean, now I have no trouble at all, but to begin with, I just couldn't understand what they were saying. and it's not what I would term a particularly strong or thick accent, but for some reason, no, I just kept going, hey, what? What was that? What did you say?
Sometimes it's not much of the accent that I cannot figure out, but when one has an accent, if you add a lot of like you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
oh you know what I mean, like like if you add all those little extra colorful commentary in between and after the, you know what I mean, I don't like terse is a
Yeah.
perfect
Oh,
example. I
yes.
I struggle to understand him, to understand his points.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? You know, every almost every other word. You know what I mean? Bless him. Yeah, yeah. I know what you mean. Oh,
No, I don't know
sorry.
what you mean, man. I really don't.
Yeah. Do you know
I
what I
think
mean?
that pisses him
No.
off. Yeah, that pisses him off a lot when I say that.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. No, sorry, I ain't got a clue. What? Yeah, it's accents combined with, and again, the Scottish are the worst for this because yeah, they pretty much do have their own language, their own words for things. So even if you understand what they're saying, you still don't understand what they're saying because the words are different. They are allegedly speaking English, but it's like, what? What did he say? What?
But they do that in all regions, don't they? I mean, different different words for things. You go up
Oh yeah.
north and there's no the bread roll; it's a barm cake.
Well, the Nottingham mob I worked with, it was all cobs. They were sending a lad out just before break time to, off site to a local shop, and do you want a cob? I said, what the bloody hell's one of them? What's a cob?
I feel sometimes that I that most of the people can understand what I'm saying in the big scale, in
Oh
the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
majority of what I say. Every once in a while, I know I throw a word or a sentence or a phrase or is odd, and that's why I don't listen to myself because it's cringy to me. Because I hear people, Spanish people or people from Puerto Rico actually attempting to speaking English in videos and stuff, and I hate their accent. I just don't like it. I find it so cringy because I realize that I speak like them. So it's like, oh, I cannot take it.
No, Jose, you have nothing to worry about. Your English is very good, and I'm really not surprised that there are certain words you stumble over because I'm afraid the English language has got some very strange ways of doing things. So when you see a word and try to pronounce it, I get that completely.
Beret the other day on it.
What was that?
He was looking at a hat and he googled it and it was a beret. And I think he called it a beret.
Of course he did.
Barrett, yeah.
Yes, yeah. If you'd said that to me, how would Jose pronounce that? I would have said he'd looked that and gone Barrett because that's how it's spelt.
And I never read or pronounced that word. Is kind of,
Yeah, no,
the E is a sound in Spanish, so it's kind of, I give it a take.
no, I get that completely. But like I say, your English is your English is nothing to be ashamed of,
Nice, very
and
good.
you have got better over the years, obviously, because
I
the
have,
more
yeah.
the more you speak it, the more you get used to it and learn it.
I realized that myself. It is easier for me to understand what people is saying. Before I had to like really pay attention and even read the people's lips sometimes, or trying to read like closed captions and subtitles. And now it's just more of a like instinct. I just catch what people are saying.
Yeah,
A
yeah,
lot easier.
yeah,
The more you learn, the more you listen, the more you learn. Music,
yeah.
movies, all that stuff helps.
Oh yes, you do like your movies, don't you?
Yeah, I'm not that big on music. I used to listen to a lot of music when I was in Puerto Rico, and that helped me understand English a lot, but not totally.
Yeah.
Movies I always watch, and now the movies in the first few years, all the movies that I watched was first in just the language they were on in English with Spanish subtitles. And then I tried to rewatch the movie then with the English subtitles. So I used to watch. If there was a really good movie, I just watched the ones with the Spanish subtitles, so I can associate what they were saying in English versus the translation. But if
Mm.
the movie was really good, I watched it a second time with the English subtitles, and I start, oh, okay, this is the word or the term they're saying, learning how to spell it and stuff. Uh, and still, there are certain things that I either I know how to say and I know they are wrong, but I still insist on. I'm not going to change because it sounds silly to me. Like he says, she says,
Yeah.
versus I say, they say. But I don't know. I just like saying he say because he's I don't know. You see, it pisses people off too. It gives it personality.
Yeah.
And I know the knowing that the rumpus get pissed off when I say he say. You know, it's good.
Rumpus is in no position to complain.
But I actually was confused, and that day I get to understand 100% the point. The the for if it was I, you, they, them on all the stuff, but the
Yeah.
way he approached that, he helped me. That's why I insist in not saying it the correct way because he was an asshole. Oh no, attempting to correct me and help me a little bit.
That's
Happy
an arsehole. What?
Happy Independence Day to US. We celebrate Independence Day in Puerto Rico, same as for Puerto Rico being kind of a part of the United States.
Oh, yes, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. There's one thing we don't celebrate in Puerto Rico, Cinco de Mayo. Not even, I mean, I don't know, in the past 15 years that they probably caught up in, hey, it's an extra festivity, it's an extra party. Let's
Yeah.
drink, let's go crazy. So they probably adopting the Cinco de Mayo, 5th of May to celebrate on their own. But it's like, it wasn't a thing. I think in the United States is more prominent that is celebrated because of the Mexican and South America and whatever it is culture, their
Yeah.
holiday, their 4th of July is being more adapted to United States than it is in Puerto Rico. You know what I mean? You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Wait, you don't have to apologise.
Wait. I asked Farmer's Boy a question earlier. If Donald Trump was British, what would he be doing now in the 4th of July? That wasn't the question.
That wasn't the question.
I know. What would Donald Trump be doing now, the 4th of July, if he was British? That's a very hard question. I don't know. I'm trying.
Yeah.
If Donald Trump was British, will he be your friend, farmers?
No, guy's a moron.
But he would be British, so he would be different than what it is today. Will he?
One would hope so, but I mean, there's no guarantees, is there? Once a moron, always a moron.
I think if Donald Trump was British, we'd deport him.
Yeah.
See,
We
we
don't
got
want
an
him.
answer. We got an answer for Tweet. He probably be having tea.
Gee,
Having a tea, getting a tan and a tea. Yeah.
getting a tan. Not here.
Cause I wanna make America great again. Boom. There are some good 4th of July memes. Let me share my screen and let's find some 4th of July memes. Sorry. Let me let me open one first so I can share. You find a good one, is shared in the Daily Boom and we'll get it up as soon as.
Did you ever dance for looking at one of Turkey last week?
What did he say?
Did you have a chance to look at the video last week?
Did I have a chance?
To look at a video last week.
From last week.
Yeah, about what? What's it about?
The woman who went to the pole.
Oh yeah, I watched it. I watched it. It was really good, man. It was really good. He struggled, man. Yeah, it was good. It was good.
I like that
Is
one.
anybody else want to join the festivities? Please come in now and let's have at it. Let me share my screen for the interwebs.
Yeah.
What bug off you were compared to Brian for a second there because of the bad sound of the microphone. People thought you were Brian.
Yeah.
I am doing 56 miles an hour down the motorway.
See what I'm telling you today? I'm not getting. I'm getting 10% of what you're saying. I don't understand.
He said
I don't understand shit of what you're saying.
he said he was doing. I'll translate for you. He's doing 56 miles an hour down the motorway.
Thank you.
That's all right. I just about heard him.
Oh man, today was the day that Will Smith saved us from the aliens. Remember that, guys, and hey, homage to him. You know, that's a true story. What is this? What the hell? Where does it come from? That looks serious.
It's just something I just found. The original Brexit. There's no end to these.
How about that? Is that disrespectful to you very much? It's got your flag on it.
I don't give a bugger.
That has your flag on it, man. That's very disrespectful.
No,
I don't even understand what it is.
we're not as hung up about our flag as you guys are. The Americans and their flag. It's a very strange relationship. It's just a flag. And anyway, I wasn't around at the time, so it's nothing to do with me.
Which flag is he behind you? I can't see them.
It's the Union Jack, isn't it? You know, but no, he's gone now.
Bog off. Yeah, bug off. I want you to participate, but it's just really bad.
Give it up, mate.
Telling me, man. If you set off fireworks after my kids and dogs are asleep, I will find you and I will glare at you in the disapproving manner. Shout out to Leo Nielsen, the man. He got that grit on the sound of his voice. All right, let me check on the Discord, see what we got. All right. Say happy 4th of July, you all weirdos. That's what you tweet with.
Oh dear. He was Sam the Eagle, wasn't he? It's been a long time since I watched the Muppets.
She said she didn't see any fireworks when we kissed. Round 2. Yeah, see damn fireworks now, girl.
Oh dear.
You gonna get it. Oh man, all those lights in the you see all those lights in the sky, 4th of July? It's aliens. Because Giorgio told me.
Yeah. Aliens.
Oh,
It's just a Monday over here.
yeah. Anybody listening in the background and lurking in there, please join and bring some dirt. This is my 4th of July poster.
Look at the state of that.
Patriotic 4th of July poster right there. Look at that. How epic that is.
So he's got an eagle. He's got a Gatling gun. Yeah.
It's
Not that he could pick that thing up with his little hands.
now we got a message from your president. On this
What?
4th of July, I would like to wish everyone a happy Halloween.
Oh, that's cruel.
Oh man, horrible.
Poor
He's
old
not-
being the operative word there.
yeah, he's not too good at the man stuff.
I think they could have found somebody a little younger for the job.
Woo! We got one more art from your president, new art piece.
Oh dear.
Oh, poor Biden. He's such a moron. Chatted with
I think he's just one of those permanently baffled and confused older gentlemen, isn't he?
yeah.
And somehow they made him president. How the fuck did that happen?
Yeah. It happens. It is, you know. That was a girl that walked by earlier. I said, "Oh, she ready for the 4th, man."
Oh yeah, she's ready. She's ready.
There's a family, a bunch of kids, and she was ready. She gave me the mean look, like, "Oh yeah, it's gonna get loud later." Bitches. Yeah. I got my patriotic outfit. You saw my hat.
Yeah.
That's my 4th of July uniform right there. Shout out to Mick Sneaky. Hey, hello. Are you new? I am new too. Hey, we're brothers. Okay, now because I'm sorry, I got laughing because we have 31 people watching in the YouTube chat box. I am going to give you my knowledge. This is Jose JG. This is 100% me. Not an act, not a play. I'm gonna give you what I know about the 4th of July, where it comes from, the history of the 4th of July. For all those, give you a little background. I was the worst in history class. I almost failed every year. It was easy, the social studies, until it changed to the history of Puerto Rico. I almost failed. They teach us, there was a time that they teach us the history of the United States, and I failed 100%. I suck at history, I suck at dates, I suck at all the stuff. So let me tell you what I know about the 4th of July. It has something to do with the pilgrims, right? Does it have something to do with the pilgrims or the Civil War or the Civil War?
How do I put this?
Hold on, but don't tell me the story.
Okay.
Okay, you know what? Okay, I'll tell you. It has something to do either with the pilgrims or the Civil War. I think the pilgrims, which I don't know who are the pilgrims. Were these people from Spain that came in, like with Christopher Columbus? I think the pilgrims was people that came with Christopher Columbus, and because they were Spanish and they're called the pilgrim. They came in, they took over, but then on the 4th of July, they took over. They took again. They took the Indians and natives of the United States took over again, that was the Independence Day. We're independent now. The Pilgrims are with us. After they kill a bunch. It was either that or in the Civil War. Civil War was some kind of a war or internal war. After these Pilgrims came in, and there was this inside war. Uh, there was two groups. There were some people that wanted the Pilgrims to guide us, to lead us, and there was the people that didn't want that to happen. And then they clashed, and then at the end, when there were only two standing, one from each team, they said like, no more fighting. They dropped their swords. There was no guns back then. They dropped their swords, and then they held hands in the sky, and they say, "Today we declare the independence of the United States." Please correct me if I'm wrong. What was I wrong about, guys?
Everything.
Damn, nah, it can't be. Nah, you know what? It felt good because I was picturing this in my mind, and this could be like a TV series, like a big movie. Like imagine it like a Hollywood movie, big star. Now, I think I could do this every day, like tell you the stories, the background, the stories on when these historical events happen. You want to tell us a little bit about the 4th of July from either reality or from where you stand on. What I say was my reality because it's what I think happened. Go ahead.
Right. Well, first things first. The US gained independence before it had a civil war. Of the three events you mentioned, the American Civil War was last. And the Pilgrims obviously came over first. And somewhere in between, the US gained independence from us, the British. And it was, if I remember rightly, it was all to do with the founding fathers and the 13 colonies. Basically said, that's it, we're nothing to do with you anymore. And there was a little bit of unrest over it and a little bit of fighting, but ultimately they said, no, we're now independent from Britain. Thank you very much. We're not one of your colony states or countries or whatever you want to term it. We're now independent. And that came into effect on July the 4th, 1776. And every year after that, you've all had a big piss up on July the 4th. And hey, fair enough.
That sounds so much boring and not exciting, as I say.
I know. I'm sorry, but I mean, there was, it wasn't a completely amicable lead up to it, but that's pretty much what happened. You fought us. I believe the French assisted you a lot. Thank you, French. Git. And yeah, you declared your independence from us. And then you fought amongst yourselves quite a while later. The American Civil War was probably about 100 years later, I think, middle of the 19th century. When you decided you were bored and thought, I know, let's all fight each other.
Thank you very much. Viva la revolución! Appreciate it, man.
Yes, there was a lot of things going on in the world all at roughly the same time. There was lots of upset and wars and people fighting and being annoyed with each other all over the place, and all people taking sides with other people. And hell, we carried that on for the next couple of 100 years, I think.
See, but then I see an image like this, and it still kind of agrees with my side of the story. See,
God
it's
damn it,
confusing,
Pilgrim.
man.
Yeah, I mean, the Pilgrims came over in 1600 and something or other. Independence Day was 1776, and the American Civil War was, 1860 something for a few years. So all of these were a good 100 years apart plus.
Just got a message from our sponsors. Kids, please don't play with fireworks. Let the adults who have been drinking and all fucked up all day set the fireworks up, all right? We'll be safer. Thank you.
It'd be safe for the kids doing it.
Yeah.
They'll at least be bloody sober.
The adults are in the right mind. They've been drinking. They've been fucked up all day. They're so fucked. They don't know what's going on. Let them set up the fireworks. Thank you. You guys don't have the kids don't have a good motor control and good, they don't have any control over their jittering and they're not dizzy or drunk or none. That's crazy.
We only had one civil war as well, and we did it before you guys. Obviously.
You see now, this is what I imagine also, part of my story about the Happy 4th of July, Americans. Just remember that America is not your country. You guys stole it from the Native Americans.
Yes. Yes, you did. There was already somebody else living here. Thank you very much. Until somebody else discovered it.
There you go.
Vikings discovered it, didn't they?
Well, yeah. As far as Europe's concerned, the Vikings discovered it, but of course there were people already living here, so they'd already discovered it.
They were already there, so discover it. They were already there.
But yeah. Well, okay, fair enough. But the whole point is that somebody else discovered it and then thought, yeah, we'll have this. Sod the natives already live there. I mean, we of course are experts at that, but
Yeah, or should I say, all around the globe?
yes, all around the globe. Biggest empire the world's ever seen.
The British love civil war.
We only had one. I mean, you guys have only had one. We only had one. I think ours lasted a bit longer than yours, but ours wasn't quite so geographic as yours was.
Just so you know, it's a beautiful day in Brighton.
Is it?
Oh, it's absolutely stunning down here.
Well, you better get some rock as well whilst you're there then. Bit of Brighton rock, eh?
Yeah, big voice. As if there's anything, like, if I get done, I'm still not quite there.
Kick your boots off, go and waggle your toes in the sea, eh?
Observations, good night.
Oh, horrible.
Oh, I like that one. That's good.
Yeah.
The fireworks are for me.
Yeah, everybody's American today, even those immigrants. Stuff.
Yeah, I bet I hear some fireworks tonight. I bet there's some Yanks around here somewhere who will let some.
Really? Okay.
Oh, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. Might happen all over the world, there's gonna be this odd person out doing shit around.
I mean,
being loud.
If I was back on the home farm tonight, I would definitely hear fireworks because there's a lot of Americans in that area because of the air bases. There's whole estates and there's a whole estate in Newmarket that was basically built for the Americans. So you might get some of that round here. We've got an American air base up the road a ways, but.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you can rest assured that on the American air bases over here in the UK tonight, there will be celebrations because they are pretty much American towns. They just happen to be on English soil. But once you go through the gate and you're inside the fence, you're in America as far as they're concerned.
For us, though, abroad, isn't it?
What's that?
It's the same for our forces when we're abroad, though.
Oh yeah, but the Americans they really do, say once you're through the gate, you are. I think even legally you're on American soil. All the prices they pay for everything is American because I know some of the servicemen before, if they had to drive a few miles back to base and they'd forgot to fill the car up, they'd swear and curse and say, I've got to fill up at your garage and pay your prices, so I'll just put in enough to get me to the base. Because once they're on the base, they're paying American prices for everything.
I tell you a little bit of history that I actually learned yesterday. Uh, Yesterday I learned it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be accurate, but I'll try to do it as the way the way I enjoy the history. Right?
Yep.
It was going to be the first World War, so it was 1917, if I'm not mistaken. So what happened? A bunch of Americans went to Puerto Rico on the early 1900s, and they knew the war was coming. So in 1917, the president, United States, and the governors of Puerto Rico, they sign a paper when they say like, all right, I want to make you guys a United States citizen. No American, because America is from freaking Canada to Tierra del Fuego. United
Yeah.
States, North American, USA citizens. People from Puerto Rico born now, you are born American, United States citizens. In 1917, and why did they do that? Because they needed manpower for the World War One. And now they say like, all right, all Americans, 18 or over or whatever, you all signed for the war. So they send like a shit ton of people from Puerto Rico. After the war, the World War One, they they just kind of going together. They say, all right, well, this deal is over. They say, I mean, if you guys want to keep it, just being born American, it's okay. You keep it. And since 1917 is when people in Puerto Rico are born United States, USA citizens. They just kept it like that. And every 4 years, starting in the, I think in the mid 70s or something like that,
Hmm.
every 4 years, people are doing the voting to see what they want to do. They want to do the uh, Estado Libre Asociado, Associated Free State, like Association Free State, something. They want to be, or they want to be independent of the United States, or they want to be a state, an extra state, state 51, 51st, or whatever. And every time they do the voting, is changing and different. Even though the last two votings in 2016 and 2020, actually the voting was the majority for Puerto Rico being an American extra state, a state 51.
Yeah.
But then they've been inside fighting in Puerto Rico, like, you know what? Well, let's just keep the Commonwealth, the common ground. Like, let's be American citizen, but still, we don't want to be the state. And there's this war going on. But yeah, that's what I learned in 1917. American president signed Puerto Rico to be part of the United States. You are born United States citizens because they needed people for the war, and then after that, we just kept being American. Something like that. That sucks, man. This fucked up. I think.
Yeah. No, but
They
no,
used us.
that sounds about right. Because 1917 was when America declared war on the German Empire.
Ah, there you go.
That's
So
when.
I had a date right. Damn it.
Yeah. Yeah. April 1917 is when they declared war. So Americans were fighting in the First World War for roughly a year and a half, and in that time, 4 million military personnel were mobilised. Four
Damn.
million Americans in a year and a half. Yeah, and they lost 65,000 in a year and a half.
Mm.
You were shipping men over here at one point. 10,000 men a day were coming across from America to Europe.
Hmm.
And that's one of the things that helped. Yeah, the war was going that way anyway, and that was like that really tipped the balance.
Yeah.
The sheer weight of men, the manpower, and everything else.
Yeah, and then but way before that, in 1492, when Christopher Columbus, I'm doing the air quote, discovered Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Well, they thought after they went to America and everywhere, they say like, no, Puerto Rico is a good spot. Let's just nail Puerto Rico because it was a direct line, a few thousand miles to Spain. Puerto Rico to Spain. It was a good spot in this like before you going inside the Gulf and Insulas a little bit outside. It was between close to to Florida and close to South America too. So it was a good spot, for them to go and come in. So it was a good strategic spot. And I
Mm.
thought that Puerto Rico was made the American citizen because of that same thing, because of the strategic location on the war. But yeah, I was wrong. I thought they needed to do like exportation and importing and exporting goods and stuff. And yeah, I guess I was wrong at the time.
No, it was the Jones, known as the Jones Act, when U.S. Congress passed in 1917, which granted Puerto Ricans born on or after the 25th of April 1898 U.S. citizenship.
There you go, fucking A. So I was kind of right?
Yeah, no, yeah, you were spot on, mate. Opponents, including all of the Puerto Rican House of Delegates, who voted unanimously against it, claimed the US imposed citizenship to draft men for Americans' entry into World War One the same year. And there was probably something in that. So there you go. Yeah, spot on, mate. Well done.
Shout out to Doofus Manfred and Big Blue and Chike who joined the festivities. Big Blue, earlier, I thought I knew about the history of the United States, but I thought that the 4th of July had to do with the Pilgrims or the Civil War, and I think I was wrong. That's how much I know about United States history.
Yeah, I think you missed the boat on that one, Jose. I'm pretty sure it was England we were pissed at that moment.
Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, if I remember, he kind of put me in my place. He said I was wrong about all of those. Because it's
I mean, you'd got all the right events. You just got them all in the wrong order, and yeah, you might need to go back and brush up on your US history a bit.
All right, well, I'm almost where I need to be, so I'm going to disappear. I'll jump back on when I'm on my way back.
All right, then, mate.
very
Well,
cool, man. Yeah, good to have you. Yeah. When you all set, come back whenever you.
Speak to you in a bit.
Yep.
Radio.
Shout out to Doofus. Doofus, what are you gonna be doing today? Just working all day and home and taking care of family, or you gonna do some kind of a little bit of grilling or drinking, celebrating, doing something else?
Yeah, food prep and mowing the lawn. That's all I really want to do today. I mean, it's a holiday.
That's good. And you, Blue, you staying home with the missus over there, just relaxed.
Yeah, just chilling. Gonna cook something after a while. Probably do a little barbecuing.
Good. I bet you have a monster grill, like a machine, like, and I don't think you use it a lot, but you having this place where you do woodwork, this nice shed with all the tools. I bet you have a nice ass grill, bro. Right, Blue?
Yeah, I've got a gas grill out there that may or may not get used today. I'm not sure. It depends on what we decide to make. I might smoke some stuff. I hadn't gotten around to thinking about it yet. I better hurry too. It's already noon.
Yep. Your sound is a little bit in the low side. It's like if we are 100%, you are in an 80% sound. Blue, just saying.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Let's see. I got the mic all the way up. Hang on. Let me do a little adjusting in Discord. It may be a Discord problem.
Yeah, it might be.
It's usually Discord playing up.
Shout out to Mr. Malort, the person who is that odd person celebrating like crazy the 4th of July, just going crazy all over the place.
Oh, yes. Thankful to Great Britain for giving the world Independence Day one country at a time.
How's that sound, Jose? Any better?
Yes.
That's
A
better.
lot better.
Okay.
Am I coming through okay?
Yes, solid.
Good.
Yeah, I had Discord mic volume turned down a little bit.
Yep, that'll do it. Yeah, I think is this the 4th of July? Is this the most celebrated day in the United States of America? That's a question for you guys. I'm not sure.
I would say no. I don't decorate or anything for it, or I don't do fireworks. I mean, I'd rather go trick or treating.
I agree. I don't think it's The largest celebration.
But as an American holiday, as a USA holiday, what other USA holiday is celebrated more than the 4th of July?
Well, Christmas, I think, is the obvious one.
Is it a USA? Is it an American
Yeah, just
holiday?
American specific. Yeah, I guess this would be it.
But what about Thanksgiving?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, Thanksgiving's a good one.
That's
Yeah,
a very American thing, isn't it? Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Canada stole that from us too. So
We can narrow it down to between Thanksgiving and 4th of July because being from North America, from USA holiday, Christmas is more of a wider
World
than
holiday.
only
Oh,
United States.
it's global, isn't it? Christmas.
yeah, I would take Thanksgiving over 4th of July.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
Because I actually in the past few years I kind of have forgetting about Thanksgiving. If people don't tell me that Thanksgiving is coming, I I personally kind of miss it. Now the 4th of July is just when I hear it's gonna be July, it's the 4th of July. It just comes to me that it's a holiday. But that's me personally. I don't think that works for everybody. You know, people probably
You
get
know,
already the calendar for the Thanksgiving. You know.
I've been a teacher for so many years. I've never worked on the 4th of July, but like during the school year, I look forward to Thanksgiving because it's like, ooh, here's a nice 5-day weekend coming up. And this is just another day in the middle of my summer for me, which I'm off anyway. So I don't get geared up for it.
All right. Is the UK history more eventful than the United States history? Does it have more like big holidays like this that are celebrated worldwide? I'm doing the air quote because like 4th of July is celebrated no crazy like United States, but it's celebrated worldwide. Like people know the 4th of July, the day. So is there are a few holidays in UK, like only from the UK, that are known worldwide? And please tell me which one. I don't know.
Keep losing bloody sound.
Well, you just had your Jubilee for your Queen. That was pretty big for you guys, right?
Today is this year, a few weeks ago, is the first time that I ever heard that Jubilee, that is a celebration for the Queen. Never in my life, in 47 years, heard that before. Just this year, a few weeks ago. Farmer's Fud.
I do vaguely remember the Queen's Silver Jubilee, which was 25 years. That was in 1977, and I do vaguely remember that because I wasn't very old at the time. But yeah, the 50th, the golden. I can't remember what happened, and but this one, yeah, this was the biggie. This was a big jubilee for her. You know, any monarch that's been on the crown for 75 years, that's quite something.
I mean, is Guy Fawkes Day a thing for you guys?
November the 5th, yeah. Oh, that has been for years. Oh, yeah, that's our fireworks night. You generally have the fireworks today on July the 4th. We bizarrely still have November the 5th as fireworks night, celebrating somebody failing to blow up the Houses of Parliament.
Yeah, there's a series on HBO, I think, about the gunpowder plot or something. Yes. I was going to start watching.
Yeah, that's just an excuse for people over here every year to have a big bonfire, have a party, let off lots of fireworks, and like we say, we're celebrating a failure. I think that's something particularly British about that.
Well, you ask anyone what the Declaration of Independence is, they don't know. It was just a list of grievances, basically.
Yeah. But you know, as a country, you got your independence from us, and on November the 5th, we're celebrating somebody who was part of a group of people who wanted to blow up Parliament and didn't.
Trying to think of other big events that I'm trying to remember from British history. Anything
we
in
still
October?
Celebrate?
Battle of Hastings or anything like that?
No, don't celebrate that. I suppose the only other thing that we do a lot about is November the 11th. Yeah, the end of the
Yeah,
First World War.
your Veterans Day or Armistice Day is much
Yes.
bigger than ours.
Yeah, that's something that a lot of people still do in this country. And there's always 2 minute silence. All of the radio stations will have 2 minute silence because that was the whole thing. You know, at the 11th hour on the 11th day of the 11th month, that was the official ceasefire. So we generally honour it with 2 minute silence.
Yeah, see, that's the thing that always impressed me about dealing with British soldiers. They could tell you the entire history of whatever unit they were assigned to, and it was always cool to hear it.
Oh yes, that's once you've gone through basic training and you go to whichever regiment, that is part of their training. They are taught in quite some detail the history of their regiment, because generally each regiment's got a famous action or something, and they're famous for this and famous for that, and yeah, they are fully immersed into that.
There are some special mentions that I want to do off topic. Special mentions to those odd holidays in Puerto Rico that nobody celebrates or remember the dates. One of those is the Feliz Tito Trinidad Day. Tito Trinidad, when Tito Trinidad fought Oscar de la Hoya in 1990 something, 1999 I think it was. When Trinidad fought De La Hoya and he won, then the
De La Hoya was 50 years old.
Yeah, the governor of Puerto Rico. It was in 1999. They were both in their prime. In 1999, and the governor of Puerto Rico, the day after, he declared Tito Trinidad Day in Puerto Rico as a holiday, even though it's no mention anywhere of that. It was just a thing. And another special mention, the Miss Universe Day, when I don't even remember the first Miss Universe in Puerto Rico. She was in the 70s, I think, in the mid 70s. There was a Miss Universe in Puerto Rico. Then in the 90s, we had a Miss Universe, and then also in the early 2000s, then in the mid, we had 4 Miss Universes, and every year that Miss Universe wins, that's the Miss Universe Day in Puerto Rico. It's even though nobody knows the dates and celebrations.
What about the baseball player? I'm drawing a blank on his name. Played for the Pirates. Died in a plane crash given hurricane relief. He was from Puerto Rico.
Yes, I don't remember the name. Yeah.
I'm drawing a complete blank. I could tell you his whole history. Roberto Clemente.
Roberto Clemente. Yeah, you go. Yeah. Roberto Clemente. Yeah. Yeah, we were all celebrating and laughing. Fucking Tito Trinidad Day. We were asking people writing the president and calling is it gonna be a day off? Is it gonna be it's gonna be no school? You go bullshit. It's none of that shit. It's just a saying, it's gonna be his day. Everybody boo, that's worthless. That's the first one.
Who is the most famous Puerto Rican? Who is the most famous Puerto Rican? Would it be
right now
Roberto Clemente? I mean, overall,
I think so. Yeah. Might be, yeah. Yeah, right. In the past years, I mean, it's so cringe to know that nowadays, now in the future that we live in the 2020s, the most famous people in Puerto Rico is some couple of dumbasses reggaeton singers. I don't even listen to them. I don't. They suck to me.
I'm trying to think who else. Is AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, is she Puerto Rican heritage?
Who did you say?
Could become fit. Ocasio-Cortez, the representative from New York, the young girl.
No idea.
Yeah, I don't know if she's has Puerto Rican heritage.
Yeah, for the longest time, I thought Jennifer Lopez was Puerto Rican, but I consider Puerto Rican person who is born in Puerto Rico, and Jennifer Lopez is for Puerto Rican parents, but she was born in the Bronx, which is still Puerto Rican. And give or take, that's kind of potato,
Yeah,
but I consider
yeah,
somebody
that's like
Puerto Rican,
Humboldt Park here.
yeah, somebody that is born in Puerto Rico. Like, who is born in Puerto Rico? Uh, Luis Miguel. He is the one of the most proud Mexicans because he's from Mexican parents, but he was born in Puerto Rico. And Luis Miguel is so big, famous Mexican singer for the longest time. And he was born in Puerto Rico, and I don't know, he kind of doesn't like that, or Mexicans, they don't like that either.
AOC's mother is from Puerto
Okay.
Rico, but she was born in the Bronx.
Yeah, Benicio del Toro is pretty famous. Yeah. Benicio
Oh
del
yes,
Toro, Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
oh yes, he's done some good films.
But I think that Captain Puerto Rico is the most famous.
Yeah, we just went through Puerto Rican Independence Day here. When's that? The beginning of June, I want to say.
Captain Puerto Rico, I think, is one of the most famous, like, out there. Recognized everywhere, like all over the world. Look at that. When you realize that Captain America's suit doesn't have 50 stars, he actually Captain Puerto Rico.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, he is. So,
Oh, you're into comic book stuff, Jose. Did you see the movie Morbius?
yes.
Okay, maybe you could help me out. The ending of it, when they went into the credits, who was Michael Keaton, and then like who came down to say join us?
Uh, Michael Keaton is from the
I got all confused. I'm like, he's
yeah.
Batman. Then I'm like, no, that's DC. So
Michael
that doesn't
Keaton
make
is from
sense.
from a different universe where he was a villain. He fought Spider-Man. In this universe, there was a Spider-Man, and Michael Keaton was the dad of a love interest of Peter Parker. So Peter Parker was
Okay.
in love with this girl, and her dad was Michael Keaton, and they found some alien technology, and he built this Vulture suit.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
it made
Oh,
no
okay.
sense.
Okay.
Yeah, it made no sense because in the Spider-Man, there was a movie of Spider-Man. They opened the multiverse, and different Spider-Mans and enemies of Spider-Mans
Right.
came to his universe to get rid of him. But then it made no sense that Michael Keaton went over another universe when this thing happened because the spell that was casted, it was for Spider-Man. People that know Spider-Man come over, not people that know Spider-Man go away to other places. So Michael Keaton appeared over there, and I don't know where that alien technology came from because I don't think it existed in the Morbius universe. So he came up with the wings in the second credit, and whoever came in who say join us, that was Michael Keaton with the Vulture suit, and the
Oh,
Morbius
okay.
felt
Okay.
interesting. That was himself.
Okay. Thank you.
So it was an
I'm
odd,
only.
like kind of a weird credit scenes, but Michael Keaton, good actor, and if they do something cool, I'll watch it. But it was a little bit silly, the Morbius movie. It was alright, just a little bit
I
silly.
didn't think it was that bad. Yeah.
No, it wasn't that bad. It was just kind of not the best.
I still got to see Doctor Strange. I mean, I'm not. I like the movies. I'm just not that into the whole thing. So like when something like that happens, it's like I am confused. Like I haven't seen all the Spider-Man movies, but I did like Multiverse. That was kind of cool.
Yeah. It's alright. Yeah, he's cool. He's cool. Michael Keaton in that movie that he was with the Spider-Man with Tom Holland in the first Spider-Man movie they did in this one universe of the Avengers and stuff. There was that scene
Okay.
in the car, like when Tom Holland opened the door and meet Michael Keaton as the dad. He's intimidating, and then when there's a scene in a taxi cab when he tell the girl like, "All right, you go ahead to the party," and then he turn around and they talk face to face. That's a cool scene. Michael Keaton kills it. Yeah,
Okay, that's cool.
the Bronx, yo, representing. That's real sickness. What up?
Is Silverstone all over for you today, farmers?
Yes,
Isn't that free and stuff?
there are still people making their way home, or there were this morning. But yeah, the build up sort of lasts. The build up would have started sort of Tuesday, Wednesday last week, but yeah, a lot of people would have gone back yesterday, and then the campsites will be emptying today, and I'd be very surprised if there's anyone left tomorrow. There might be the odd one, but
Yeah, I saw a picture on Facebook of like a flight tracker, and it's like helicopter mating season at Silverstone, because all you saw were all these helicopters bunched at Silverstone.
yes, and ironically, it's not too bad here in the village because they don't tend to fly over here. I used to live up the road in Brackley where Mercedes are based, and it was a hell of a racket there. There are lots of little airfields in this area, and but obviously to cater with the number of people, they do a park and ride, but they do a park and fly. If you've got the money, you can park up at a local airfield and come in via helicopter, and that's what a lot of that was yesterday. That would be people doing park and fly because they can afford it. And you get a lot of celebrities here, and they're not going to queue up in traffic. They're going to come in and out in helicopter as well,
Right.
So yeah, it can get quite lively.
It looks odd to look at this in Spanish. Feliz 4 de Julio. It looks strange. I got mixed emotions about it. All right, I guess it's gonna be a shorter show today. I'm gonna get out of here earlier. The heat is coming up, and I probably, I feel motivated. I might work in the garden a little bit, fix it up a little bit. I gotta put some more soil and some plants, and transfer some to bigger pots and do some stuff. So I might, I don't know, might as well do that. It could be sweat it a little bit, and get a good 5 stars shower in a few hours. That will wake me up really good. Uh, there was there was earlier. Thank you to let me open it. There was somebody gave me 11 something, like $12. Stevie B, thank you again for the support on PayPal, brother. Earlier, appreciate it. No super chats today. It's okay. We were here just hanging out in an early show. I had a plan to do an early Froggy Derb show today earlier, but I didn't
I
wake up
keep
in time.
missing those.
Yeah, I did 2 of them, but I'm maybe tomorrow I'll do one early. We got a super chat by Lale. We didn't go without a super chat. That's a $5. And Lale say, we all know helicopters, in fact, don't work on the globe.
Oh no, we've been rumbled.
Oh no. Helicopter, paracopter,
Well,
paracopter.
they all seem to be working all right yesterday. Bloody things.
Let me type paracopter. What is paracopter? See, I keep hearing that word. There's a meme out there. And they say helicopter, paracopter. And I thought it was a helicopter in a different language, but it's, I don't know. I just put in the GIF in Discord, in the memes. So I didn't look for the definition. I looked for the meme of it. All right. It was good. I appreciate it, Lale. We all know that, man. Helicopters don't work in a globe, man. That's obviously. Very much. Thank you, farmers. My lord, Doofus, Chike, and Blue. Chike didn't even say a word today, but he will give us some final thoughts after. Big Blue, Big Blue. Any message to everybody on YouTube that want to go out and maybe celebrate, and maybe they're thinking on going crazy out there? You got a message for people? Stay safe.
Yeah, stay safe. Be careful. Have fun with the fireworks. Stay well away from them. They will hurt you. And other than that, drink some beer, eat some hot dogs, and have a good time.
Thank you very much. Happy 4th to you, Blues. The same. Stay safe with your family, and thank you for coming. Chike, final thoughts.
Happy Independence Day to all Americans and whoever celebrate this holiday.
Thank you very much, Chike. Appreciate it. If you want to use an outfit for the photo to live, buy a pilgrim hat. Thank you. Doofus Manfred, final thoughts.
Yeah, just take a day, slow down, and take in your surroundings, observe how wonderful nature is around you, and hopefully surround yourself with some people you can have good times with. Thanks.
Thank you very much, man. Well said. Farmer's Boy, short and sweet today. Final thoughts.
Yes, a big happy Pilgrims Revolutionary Independence Day to all you damned colonials. Stay safe and try not to go too over the top, because you'll regret it tomorrow. Thank you very much, Jose.
Thank you for coming, and thank you for helping me out a little bit, understand a little better than of something that I should know, but I actually really don't know.
No,
Thank
but
you
that
for
shows you
hanging in
just
there,
how
man.
American you've become.
You know it, man. You know it. All right, take it easy yourself, man.
And you.
Mr. My Lord, he gonna celebrate. Final thoughts, man.
Well, thank you very much for hosting us, Jose. And please remember the people that have dogs like me that kind of go batty during fireworks times. Don't go too late.
Thank you so much. I mentioned in the top of the show, today is the worst nightmare for my dogs. Two of my dogs, they go really crazy and nervous, and they just lose their shit with the fireworks. And I had a taste in the past 2 days. The neighbors across the street, they blew a few big booms right in
Yeah.
the street, like 20 feet from the house right here. So it's gonna be loud. I'll be hanging out with the dogs today, try to gather with them
Yeah.
in the living room in a corner, and they'll be all over me like, yeah, hiding shit. But hey, it is what it is,
Yeah,
Try
two
to
of
take-
mine are fine, and my one, it used to be fine, but something happened, and now she just goes like she's going to have a heart attack. So she's just sedated for today, hopefully, but still.
Mm. Dofis Manfred, you want to take a second go at the final thoughts? Go ahead, man.
Right. If you drink a fifth on the 4th, you may not go forth on the 5th.
Thank you very much. With that, thank you everybody on YouTube. Stay safe. Thank you guys on Discord. Enjoy you with your family. Enjoy your day off. Have some rest. Eat good. Drink. Do whatever you want to do. Just don't hurt yourself and don't hurt others. Thank you very much. Jose JG out. Boom.